What's up, cutie? Got you guys up to real time, and then I just quit vlogging, even though I was very much living life. But I did film some reels, so I think I'll insert those so that you guys can catch up on the last 2 days. One was a sponsored day and one was just a regular day, but we went to go see Aladdin. So here's 3 minutes of a recap. Spend the day with me. Step 1 is make the bed. The trick is doing it without bothering the cats. Next, we drop these kids off for school. Can you believe they don't get out until the middle of June? All right, be dramatic. Second week of June. How do you feel about that?
Oh, Lord.
I forgot my Stanley upstairs, so we're gonna make a little liquid IV. We'll take this downstairs when we work out. Little gym is in the basement, but look at my DIY Donkey Kong shells. I'm just obscenely proud of them. So what was your favorite arcade growing up, guys? Because I feel like adding another one. My current comfort show is Everybody Loves Raymond, and my favorite machine right now is this Aberon rower. Woo! But I always start with the elliptical because that's the hardest for me. Hey, what are your guys' favorite shoes for working out? Now I'm gonna go tend to my garden, so a little bit of sunscreen is necessary. Who can tell me what this weird thing is that's popping up all over? I didn't plant these. I don't know what they are. Breakfast is toast and an oatmeal ball with some jelly I made this week. It's so good. 4 hours later, they're still in the same spot. You little lazy baby. I've showered and it is now hair and makeup time. Okay, hair and makeup are done. I forgot how much I love the L'Oreal True Match. So good. And now we're gonna pop on these static nails. Got the kids from school and now we're at Dunkin' to get some coffee and then the train.
It's pretty good. It's so good. The guy at the corner with the swords when they were singing it, never had a friend like me, kept direct eye contact with me.
I know.
It made me uncomfortable.
Jasmine kept on smiling at me.
Amazing.
It was.
So good. Let's go to the Sueños Music Festival in Chicago. I was invited by Palante Max. They have this dope Ferris wheel. Of course, I had to jump on it right away. It has the best views in the entire festival. I actually went on it multiple times. Overall, the vibes were immaculate. The food was delicious. I had to get the horchata coffee, you guys. It was so good. I've had horchata coffee many times. That was the best one I'd ever had in my life. The taco, oh, babe. The baby concha, come on. And of course, you know I had to go to Prime Tacos and get that flaming hot Cheetos burger. I saw it all over the internet. I was not about to pass it up, and I literally cannot stop thinking about this burger. It was so good. And if this is your vibe, make sure you're following Palante Max on Instagram. And lucky for us, we had VIP wristbands, so we hit up the lounge, got a drink, and went straight to that stage, baby. Evie Queen was doing her thing. And then, of course, my phone died. We went to the Max Lounge, recharged, okay? Like, literally, you can recharge your phone, but recharge yourself, okay? You could chill, a little shade, a little fun in the not sun, you know what I'm saying? Max is like the place for all of your favorite shows, all of your favorite movies. It's all there, guys. Check it out, all right? They're the one to watch. And after all of that recharge, I had just enough energy to go get a bubble waffle. And it did not disappoint. There you go. So on Friday night, we went to go see Aladdin on Broadway. It was their final weekend here in Chicago. This is not Chicago, obviously, but it was their final weekend in Chicago, so we went to go see that. And then I was invited to the Sueños Music Festival with Max, which was a little confusing at first. So HBO and Discovery merged, and instead of being HBO Max, it's now Max. I was invited by Palante Max, which is like the Latinx community initiative of like the, you know, of the Max network basically. So it was really fun. Me and Louis ended up going, but it wasn't something that I didn't initially plan 2 back-to-back days in the city, because when we were coming home from Aladdin, someone got in a terrible accident. I mean, the whole top of the car was gone. Like, they flipped onto the tracks. So the train was delayed a lot. And we ended up getting home. I mean, I don't know. We didn't get into bed until like 1 something probably. Then the very next morning, you know, 8 a.m., boom, like, we need to go. And so I wish you could have seen that. Did you see it? It was a mystery machine from Scooby-Doo on top of somebody's truck. Anyway, then the very next day we had to go right back out. And it was like 2 very big days. So yesterday, you know, we walked like 8 miles, 7-8 miles, something like that. And the day before as well, we were like really out there. And my back, I don't know what I did, but it is destroyed. Last night, by the time I got home, I was like, I can't even, like, I could hardly move. And I got in the bathtub and I was like, this ain't helping. And I'm putting the creams on and I'm doing this, that, and the next, whatever. And normally it wouldn't matter, you know, give myself a couple days, recover, whatever I did. I pinched something. My back's been irritated ever since I started using the rower, which, like, I'm not mad at it. I get it because I'm using different muscles. But it just kind of aggravated my back a little bit. And I was like, it's cool. I'm going to row through it. Like, I'm going to get to the other side of this. I'm going to be cognizant of it, but I'm going to get to the other side of it. And, no. So instead of like getting better, whatever I did this weekend, immediately bad. And then, of course, of all days, today we have this huge freaking family softball game scheduled, and I'm gonna have to break it to my mom, like, look, I'm gonna go, because she has my kids right now. She took them to church this morning, and they spent the night last night so that Lewis and I could, like, go to this music festival. They went to the family party and stuff. Remember I told you guys I bought all that stuff for my nieces? I didn't even get to see them open it, so I kept one of the gifts. I was like, I'm gonna see you open that one. Here you go, you take this one because it's your birthday. You're gonna have to wait. So I didn't even get to see her open it and get excited, but whatever. So because I'm not gonna play, and I know, like, I mean, I wanted to play, but there's no way. I can barely walk right now. I'm like, you know what? Let me go get them some fancy donuts. And that's gonna be like my peace offering. I'm gonna come in with like, look at these fancy pants donuts. So that's what we're doing right now. There's this new bakery and coffee shop that opened up. Ashley sent it to me and she was like, when I come to town, we need to go. And I was like, absolutely. And I followed them. Big mistake, because now I see their freaking donuts every single day. So I'm like, okay, now I can't stop thinking about it. I don't even like donuts. I'm going for the coffee, but I'm gonna pick up some donuts and we'll see. I'm sure they're so cute. They're cake donuts though, and I think if I'm gonna eat a donut, it's not gonna be a cake donut because they're so heavy. I like whatever the other option is. Fried? I assume they're fried. Anyway though, I can't film too much because I'm working on all this content and going back and forth, even though it's a Sunday. We're going back and forth, and Jaden left my adapter for my mic at school, and so I have to use world's biggest mic on this camera, and it's like a Frankenstein situation, me trying to record voiceovers, but the brand has some feedback and I need to keep my batteried, you know what I mean, so that I can like edit and do everything. I'm gonna be over at my mom's house working. Like I said, that's why I'm taking donuts, because I'm not about to participate. I'm not gonna play. I'm not even gonna probably be in the field because I gotta work. So we gotta prioritize sometimes, okay? Usually I have free time, not today. That music fest was so good though. I have to mention the Flaming Hot Cheeto burger. I was not just playing in the real, like that thing was so good. I know y'all can't see me now. That thing was so good. Like, it didn't even really taste, I mean, you could kind of taste a little Cheeto flavor, but the meat, the cheese they put on, oh my gosh, it was so good. And I think Prime Tacos is in Irwin, which that's a mission, bro. That's far from us, but so is the city, you know what I mean? Like, it's an hour, let me put it that way. That's a long time to go for a burger, but that burger was fire, bro. Like, if I'm gonna throw another party at some point, I might just have them catered, because I can't stop thinking about it. And that coffee, oh, that was the best chocolate coffee I ever had. And do you know why? Because it was an horchata coffee chai. Like, I don't know what kind of magician stuff they had going on back there, but she was like, do you want a normal one? I was like, oh, what are the not normal options? And she was like, oh, well, let me tell you. And she went into it, and I was like, oh, that thing was so good. That food was so good. It's worth going back to that festival just for the food. Even though you can get that food in other places, like without going to the festival. I'm just saying, amazing. The sneezes are absolutely taking me out, you guys. Like, it's destroying my back every time I sneeze, and it keeps happening. It's like deep in my, you know what? There's a series of things that happened this week that caused me to be like so discombobulated. It wasn't just the rower and the weekend. It was some other stuff during the week. Oh my gosh. How am I gonna do it? I have a little heating patch on there, but it ain't doing nothing. All right, but we just rolled up, and it's called Petite 3. Let me show you. It's called Petite 3 Donuts and Coffee. But let's go. Somebody else just rolled in ahead of us. So cute. Oh, now I'm gonna have to get that because I had one yesterday, and I just know it's not gonna be as good, but I'm sure it'll still be great. Oh my gosh. This place is literally so cute, you guys. I just had her give me 18. I had talked to them on Instagram, so when I came in, she was like, She was like, I know you. I was like, yeah. Because I was chatting with them. I'm like, don't be trying to read my card, girl. Don't be trying to overdraft me over here. It's really cute here, though. I like that they have all the tables. I used to live over here. It's been a minute, though. It's so cute. I love it. Sure. So these are the donuts. The flavors are so fun, like the matcha one, the campfire one. And they gave us the little like donut collection. And they do catering, which is so cool because like seriously, next time I have a party, it's gonna be prime tacos on the food with freaking flaming hot burgers, and then we're going petite three donuts across the board. You can pick one, buddy.
Like I'm not trying to be cooking a bunch of food.
Yeah.
I'm picking between the matcha and the campfire.
Have you ever had matcha?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had
you
matcha boba.
You like it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm not a matcha girl.
I had matcha boba. It's pretty good. I'll leave the campfire because now it's probably gonna
Wait, that's not the camp. Oh, you're gonna leave the campfire.
It's not good. Very good.
It's a cake donut, so it's pretty thick.
It looks amazing.
They're all cakey.
I like the frosting a lot. Because I feel like cake frosting is sometimes a little bit too heavy. This is really good.
Yeah, the shop itself is pretty big, so it's really cute. You can go in there and sit and have. And the coffee's really good. I got the chocolate coffee. It's very delicious. You don't need coffee. You want a donut, Solomon?
Yes. She's not like all the donuts.
There's olive pistachio, campfire orange, maple bacon.
Which is campfire?
Campfire is that one.
This is jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Is that the jalapeno one? Yeah, I think so. Jalapeno cornbread. It's like a donut, but really like a dinner. It's called Petite Three. It's this new place next to Mariano's in Aurora. So good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tastes like cornbread. Yeah, that's cool. They got some funky little flavors. I've never liked bacon on a donut or anything sweet, but it's a minimal amount of bacon, so I bet it's probably good. She was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Literally, whatever you got." Oh, you're right.
This is spicy, okay?
Is it?
Yes.
What's this one here supposed
That's
to
the
be?
pistachio one.
Pistachio?
Olive pistachio. Olive, rosemary, pistachio. That's got to be like a little bit savory. Is it savory or is it super sweet? Is yours like...
Oh, did he have one of these?
It's not... Right, he had the jalapeno cornbread one.
And what's this one?
That one is burnt and salty, brown butter, honey, and miso.
Oh, that's me right there.
And miso?
I think the only one we didn't get is the orange burnt. Oh, no, I think it's right there. Oh, no, celebration cake. Nope, that's that one. Okay, I think we got them all. They do special flavors, though, for, like, Mother's Day.
11 out of 10.
Really? That's good.
This is delicious.
Nice. Rave reviews over here. So they're practicing, and I'm just a little old lady in my chair. I'm salty. I wouldn't play, but I know that it's a horrible idea. I'm gonna destroy my back even further. It's starting to travel down my butt, my hips. I think a few more people are coming, so they don't quite have full teams, but this is nice. Look at us actually doing something other than just gathering to eat. I mean, don't think there's not a bunch of food inside. Oh, great. Woo! Okay. Too much body. Oh, no. Hola, senorita. You beat last week's calorie move goal. Woo. Who the heck sets the move goal? Ma'am, what are you even looking at over here? Who sets the move goal? I don't remember ever setting one. Okay, I just got out of the shower, went outside, observed my plants. And I asked you guys the other day in the reel, like if those things were, like what those things were that were growing in my raised beds. I did not know that weeds would grow in those boxes. Because they're planter boxes like sitting on the decks. My brain was like, no. But it's just because the soil is from the ground still. So yeah, sure. That makes sense. Those were weeds. So I plucked them all out. But I was looking at my stuff and I have too many pepper plants, so I need to like figure out who's the strongest, you know, because they're kind of starting to show their true colors. Some of them really have a backbone and some of them are little stunted babies, and so I'm gonna pluck those ones out and I'll see if anybody else wants them. My little back attack I had is I can still feel that I'm not like back to normal yet. Ow, I'm definitely getting better. As soon as I say that, I get like a zing down my leg. I definitely feel like I'm getting better. So I'm just gonna give myself a couple days. There's really, if I don't need to push it, there's no need to. Like, I'm not going to. But back in my office, because today is actually in real time, it is Memorial Day. So kids don't have school and I'm at home and I have things to deal with here from the weekend. A couple of parking tickets. Yay. Those are actually a funny story, but not funny enough for me to tell it on the internet. Now, our actual project for the day here, because it probably, if I'm being honest, is gonna take me the day. I need to get the kids at some point, but I have a big old roll of white vinyl, like permanent vinyl. And then I believe there should be somewhere around 100 or something of these packs of sunglasses. And what we're gonna do, they look like this. They're just like knockoff Wayfarers from Amazon, I think. What we are gonna do, you and I here, we're going to put class of 2029 on the side of every single pair of sunglasses. And wish me luck, y'all, because this is gonna take me 1,000 years. I volunteered at the meeting to be the one to personalize it. And then one of the kids was like, Mom, what if you also write everybody's name on the other one? Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, that'd be cool. If this was my job. This ain't, no. Every single kid's name? I think not. Okay, I think not. So 2029. So that means I have to like design it, like figure out exactly how to make it fit and then do it, copy and paste. So what I'm gonna do while I'm doing this, because I love a good task that just requires me to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. What I'm gonna do while this is going on is finish listening to this. And that leads me just to one other little thing. Oh, my battery's about to die, so I'll do it quick. I'm listening to The Last Word. This was my book of the month pick. So good so far. Like, it's good. It's like a woman left a 1-star review of a book, and she's like kind of this recluse essentially, and she's like house sitting somebody's house. She leaves this 1-star review of a book, and basically like the author pops up on her like, are you sure about that? Right? Okay, picture that guy. And he's like, oh, you think that my, thriller about murder and this and that and all that is too unrealistic? It's realistic. Let me show you how real it is. And he kind of starts like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little cat and mouse game at this point. And the cool part is that he is writing the book about killing her within this book. But it's funny because like something will happen and then he'll say it differently in the book. So it's very interesting. It's so far a really good time. And I am listening to it. I'm sorry, guys. Crash is up here in the mix. Good morning, Papa. I put your chair out so you can sit by the window. I opened the window for you. Anyway, anytime I mention books, it never fails that there are a few people who always want to make their opinion known about the fact that people who listen to books are not really reading books, so they're not really doing it. And that's perfectly fine if you want to take that stance. But me personally, I don't care. And the reason I'm even mentioning this is because you guys are ruining it for people who don't want to read with their eyes, but they want to enjoy a story. I'm always telling you whether or not I'm reading it here. I'm reading it on my Kindle, which is where I read like physically with my eyes, most books, or I'm listening to it on Scribd or Libby or Audible or whatever. And I don't care. There's no shame in my game. Why it's like the only thing people count, I don't know. No one's counting how many TV shows they watch. No one's counting how many movies they took in that year. No one counts those things, but there is a counter for books. And so I think because of that counter, like Goodreads counters, because of that, then people get their little knickers in a twist when someone says, oh yeah, I read that book. And here's the way I look at it. Say you get on a plane, right? Or let's say even a car, okay? Everybody gets in cars, right? Every single one of y'all have been in a car, okay? And you say like, oh, guys, I'm going to Florida. I'm gonna go to Florida. And you're like, oh my gosh, I drove to Florida. And yeah, I went and I saw this and I saw, did you drive to Florida? Or were you just in the car and someone else drove? They used their eyes to drive. And you just kind of got to Florida. You just got there. Or did you drive? Because there's a difference. Because if you just kind of arrived there, Did you really drive to Florida? I mean, I know you can tell me everything about Florida. I know you can tell me everything about your experiences. I know that if I asked you a question, you could go ahead and probably answer it because you consumed Florida. But did you drive there? Or did somebody else drive you? Did you fly there? Or did the pilot fly? And you just sat down in the seat. You weren't up there pressing the buttons. You weren't flying to Florida, but you still went to Florida. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the exact same thing to me when it comes to listening to a book, right? You can tell me every single thing about the characters and the setting and the plot and everything else because you consume this book one way or another. So to me, it's never going to be an issue, but to people who are doing that, like trying to make people feel bad who do listen to books, again, I don't give a damn. I'm going to do what I do. But I hate to see it because you guys will. There's a bunch of you that'll leave a comment and be like, wow, Sarah, I haven't read a book in 5 years, but I picked up that one that you were talking about because it just sounded so good, or I saw somebody talking about it on Book Talk or whatever. And then, you know, you're getting back into reading one way or another. And maybe you start with audiobooks and then you go to like reading physical books. But to me, it's just like, shh. Your negative opinion on how someone consumes a book is not really necessary. And I get that people like feel like, well, I could only consume 10 books this year. And this person's over here saying they read 300 books this year. And they didn't read 300 books. Oh, I could read 300 books too if I could. Like, okay, guys, it's not a competition. There is no actual prize to be won. I read and listen and consume books because I prefer them to television and movies for the most part. So like instead of sitting here doing this cricketing thing with the TV show playing, I'm gonna do it with the book playing because it's just my preference. I like to imagine the things. I like to just hear sound versus viewing it, right? So that's it. It's a preference. This doesn't make me better than anybody else. And the same thing goes for everyone else. And if there are people out there trying to do that, then they're just stupid. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, all that to say that wow, so far so good. We'll see how it ends though because it's starting to unravel and I'm starting to like see everything and I'm like, wait a second. This better be going somewhere. There they are. I think it came out pretty cute. It's not very much money, you know, cost-wise. This was maybe like $2 worth of like actual stuff plus the cost of the glasses, which I think were pretty cheap on Amazon. However, this took me like 6 hours. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna go get the kids, but happy to say I am finally done. Woo! Hope the kids like them. I ended up ending the vlog here. I know it's a little bit short today. I did end up finishing that book wherever it went. Is it behind me? I don't know where it went. Oh, it's over there. I ended up finishing it, and I don't know. It was very convenient. I don't know. It was a good time still. I would still recommend it. I would still recommend it. I think it was good. 4. I'm gonna say 4 stars. Oh, okay, bye, Crash. And yeah, that was the end of today's vlog. I have another one. I was gonna combine them, but then I'm gonna be chopping a ton out of the next one just to condense it down to, you know, under like 40 minutes. And I don't want to do that. So just look forward to another one tomorrow morning, and that'll be a different one. And I buy this shirt, and it's a $12 shirt. What a good price. Anyway, okay. So hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. My back is still recovering, unfortunately. My neck, my back. Anyway, so see you guys in the next one. Bye.